Advanced lipid panels go deeper than just looking at a total LDL. LDL can be looked at 3 different ways, which is a better predictor of heart attacks and cardiovascular disease. One is LDL particle size. How big are the LDL? Are they big fluffy beach balls or are they little BBs? And what we've learned is your lining of your vessels are like a tennis net, and the big fluffy beach ball LDL cannot get across that tennis net, but the BBs can penetrate, causing inflammation and potentially cause atherosclerosis. So we want big fluffy LDLs, and an advanced lipid panel can tell us that. The second thing we want to look at on an advanced lipid panel, which is very indicative of cardiovascular disease, is the LDL particle number. That's the LDLP. This tells us actually how many unique LDLs do we have. It's like cars on the road. The more particles we have, i.e. the more cars on the road, the better the risk of having a collision and a wreck. The more wrecks we have, the more cardiovascular disease we have. So we want our LDL particle number to be as low as possible. And lastly, something called ApoB lipoprotein. This is a marker that's on all of our LDL. LDL have other names like LDL, VLDL, ILDL for the different types of LDLs. But one thing we've learned, as your ApoB lipoprotein number goes up, this tells us we have more and more LDL. Like we talked about previously about LDL particle numbers, the more LDL we have, the greater risk we have of having incidents with cardiovascular risk and stroke. This ties much closer to true risk than just getting a LDL number, which really doesn't tell us anything about your LDL. Once again, it's the size of the LDL, it's the number of the LDL, and the total number of ApoB particles, which are better predictors of heart attack and cardiovascular disease.